It is not easy to recover from a wrong relationship. There's a lot of pain, there is a lot of time, there's a lot of blood, a lot of commitment for you just to recover from a wrong relationship. Things that you know right now are the things that you have chosen to know, and things that you don't understand are the things that you have decided not to understand. Things that you know, you have made a deliberate choice to know them. And things that you are ignorant of are the things that you have chosen to remain ignorant about. So you can make a decision today to add more to what you know. What I want you to understand, and what I would want you to do now, is to look around you. See what is happening around you. Get to know and get to understand why you are alone. Or maybe you're now alone once again. You've been alone and somebody came into your life and left you, and you are left alone. Right. What are you supposed to be doing? What are you supposed to be thinking? What are you supposed to be studying? What is it that God wants you to understand from that place where you are, being alone, no disturbance, no one to bother you, as you might want to put it. But why are you in that particular season? Because that's the most terrible thing that can happen to you, being in a season that you don't understand. Never be in a season that you don't understand. Never be found in a season that you don't understand. Every moment, every hour that passes, it is offering you different seasons. And it is only those seasons that you understand that you will benefit from. Majority of the seasons that you go through and you don't appreciate it, you don't understand it, you don't know what is happening, you are never going to maximize. So where you are right now, this is not your destination, being alone. God never designed you to be alone. But it's a phase. It's a moment. It's a period of time. It's a season. But for you to maximize and to extract benefit out of it, you have to understand where are you and why are you there. What is it that you need to understand now that will take you to your next level in life? This is something very important that I want you to see now. Why I've decided to talk about having a life partner, we're talking about having your wife, having your husband. Now, it's something that will have to take you out of that place where you are, a place of being alone. And the only thing that can deliver you from that season is a person. It's a season that you will have to eventually be delivered from. Not an angel from heaven can deliver you from being alone. Neither God himself can deliver you from that. That's why he said, himself, God, he said, it is not good for a man to be alone, and yet God was present with him. It's something that even God cannot provide. He cannot give you that companionship. There has to be a person carefully chosen by God who has to come into that season and bring you out of it. And all of a sudden, you have a person in your life. And you need to be careful, because not every person should bring you out of that season. Because majority of people, they will bring you out of that season and introduce you into another similar season. Not every person can deliver you from loneliness. Not every person is gifted like that. It's just for the few chosen that can come where you are and set you free from your Egyptian bondage called loneliness. takes the Moses of your life, there has to be a person called by God who has once conversed with God out there, interacted with God, who is on a mission to a point that no matter what he goes through, he's determined to bring you out of that season. It takes a person sent by God to deliver you from where you are. But what should you be doing during the moment of waiting? Because that moment of waiting is a very painful moment where you have to wait upon the Lord, believing that God is doing something, and yet you can't see what He's doing. And yet you still have to wait, and you have to know what to do during waiting. And yet you're supposed to wait, but doing something. It's a critical moment that you need to understand. Where you are right now, in as much as somebody has to come and deliver you from that state, what are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to contribute? Are you supposed to participate towards your own deliverance? What's your contribution? What am I supposed to do for me to be free? I want to be out of this. Where is the person? What's stopping him from coming? What is it? So it's a critical moment. That's why we need to talk about that phase, that moment. But for you to benefit, you have to appreciate that it's a privilege for you to be alone. But not to end there. It's a privilege. It's a privilege, and this time you need to be gathering as much information as you can from those that are qualified to be advising you. Get as much information as you can from the people that have already gone where you want to go. Where you want to go, somebody's already there. Get information from those that have already attained what you're trying to achieve. Get advice, get counsel from them. Get to hear about marriage. What is it all about? Somebody talk to me about marriage. Inquire. Live a life of questions. If you want to prosper mentally, if you want to be sharp in life, begin to entertain questions. Entertain questions. Entertain questions. The more you entertain, don't close them out. Entertain questions. When you begin to entertain questions, your mind is being enlightened. You begin to understand life at a much deeper level. Don't ignore questions that people are asking you. Don't ignore questions that you are asking yourself. Always, wherever you are, make sure that you're always asking yourself questions. Don't go to sleep before certain questions are answered. Entertain questions. Why am I alone? Why do I feel as if it is wrong for me to be alone? Is it true that I'm supposed to have a person in my life? Is it true? You're not going by what other people are just saying, but you have to be asking yourself questions, and you need to be able to answer all of those questions. Entertain them. Don't ignore them. Entertain questions. Love questions. I love questions. I love questions. I entertain questions from people. I entertain questions from me. Questions. Now, why I've decided to start with a life partner, it is because it is the most dangerous field that you can find yourself in compared to any other fields in life. Very dangerous. Because you can recover from a wrong profession, but it is not easy to recover from a wrong relationship.